Hi, Miss Hartmayer here again, and today we're going to talk a little bit more about mindfulness and your brain. Today we're going to talk about another part of your brain called a neuron. Neurons aren't just found in your brain though, they are found throughout your whole body. Neurons are cells that send messages throughout your body. So from your brain to your body or from parts of your body to your brain.
Neurons communicate with each other, relaying messages throughout your body and powering all of your thoughts and actions. Neurons talk to each other using both electrical and chemical signals. Messages start as electrical signals traveling rapidly down a neuron. These signals are called action potentials. When they reach the gap between two neurons, the messages need some help to get across. The information is transformed from an action potential into a chemical message, which crosses the gap called a synapse. The release of those chemical messengers can trigger an action potential in the neuron on the other side of the synapse, conveying the message onward. Or it can quiet the message. This happens over and over and over. And with repeated activity, the synapse gets stronger, so the next message is more likely to get through. That way, neurons learn to pass on important messages and ignore the rest. This is how our brains learn and adapt to an ever-changing world.
In the movie, we saw how neurons pass messages from one to another. They said that the more messages passed, the better the neurons get at passing it quickly or even absorbing it. Think about this. Have you ever touched something hot and moved your hand away quickly? That was your neurons in your brain working together to send messages to one another to tell you or tell your body that the object was hot and you needed to move to keep you safe. The first couple times, maybe when you were a baby and you touched something hot, your reaction wasn't as quick. But the more your brain experienced reacting to something painful, like something being hot, the quicker the messages sent to tell your body to move and to keep you safe. That strengthens the neurons passing and absorbing the chemical messages that control your fight, flight, freeze response to keep you safe.
These chemical messages have a name, a pretty big name. They're called neurotransmitters. There are many different types of neurotransmitters, and they all are responsible for different types of messages. The neurotransmitter in charge of your fight, flight, freeze response is called adrenaline. You may have heard that before. Having your brain pass adrenaline quickly in order to move your hand from something hot is a good thing. But remember, we said that our amygdala oftentimes is so sensitive, it sends out adrenaline when it doesn't really need to. We can help our neurons in our brain become more aware of the messages it needs to send by being mindful. Of course, we want our hand to move away from something hot. That helps save us. But do we need to run if we see a tiger made out of paper? No. If we pause and notice the things in our environment, we can strengthen and guide the messages that are being sent.
We can even create more of the neurotransmitters that help us feel calm, focused, and happy. The more our body passes these chemical messages, the better it gets at it. We can help create these positive neurotransmitters by doing things that bring us joy or a sense of calm, like playing outside, eating our favorite foods, smelling our favorite scents, or practicing some mindful techniques. Today we're going to learn how to practice two new mindful techniques, mindful smelling and mindful tasting. Miss Hape is going to show you a fun way to practice these right in your home.
Think about watching this exercise with someone in your house so you can help your family and maybe they can help you practice this right at your home.
We're going to talk about mindful taste and smells today and what that does for our body. We're going to pause for a moment before I bring out my student and just kind of talk about the process. So I've taken a few items that I have from my house that taste a variety of different ways. So I have something that tastes sweet and something that tastes spicy, something that's crunchy and something that's soft. I have, for our sampling today, from what I had in my home, a brownie, a banana, a lemon, some green smoothie juice, some grape juice, some pretzels, and some salsa. And I've kept my student away from the area so that she wasn't aware of what we had out. When I bring my student out, I'm going to have her make sure that she is not looking at the foods that we've placed, because I'm going to ask her to first smell them and then taste them. And about halfway through, we'll switch that process, and I'm going to ask her to taste them and then smell them so that she can compare the differences. So give me just a moment to put everything away before I bring my student out. So my student Addie is here, and I've had her come into the room with her eyes closed so she can't see what it is that we're trying. So Addie, we're going to sample a few of different kinds of foods, and for the first 3, I want you to smell them first before you taste them. And then you can try to see if you can identify what it is by smelling. So I'm going to pick up the spoon, I'm going to put it in your hand. You see if you can smell it first and see what it is. No cheating, don't look.
I already know what it is.
What is it?
It's a brownie because it smells like Sophie's cookie.
Okay, so when you taste it, I want you to take your time and really taste what it is you're putting in your mouth and feel the texture of it. Go ahead.
I can't see where it is.
Don't giggle too much. Okay. Now, the point of doing the mindful tasting is to take a moment to do it slowly so you can enjoy what it is you're eating and truly pay attention to the details. What does it feel like in your mouth? Is it hot? Is it cold? What's the texture of it? Is it chunky or is it smooth?
It gets smoother as you chew it.
It does get smoother as you chew it. It's very smart. Okay, here's your second thing. You're going to smell it first and take a moment to see if you can figure out what it is. You know what it is?
Maybe. Yeah, I think I do.
All right, we'll taste it and see if you can confirm what your hypothesis is.
It's a banana.
It's a banana, good guess. What does the texture feel like of the banana versus the brownie?
It's smoother.
It's smoother, you're right. All right, here's your next one. Smell it first and see if you can use your mindful smelling skills to figure out what it is. Does it have a smell?
Not really.
Not really?
It's kind of like lemony. I'm kind
Lemony,
of
maybe?
scared.
All right, go ahead and try it. What's it taste like?
It's a lemon.
It's a lemon. Is it sour?
No.
No, not sour, because you like lemons, I know. All right, this next one's a drink, but I don't want you to smell it. This time we're going to do the reverse. I want you to taste it first before you smell anything. Right? Does it feel weird to taste it before you smell it?
Not really, but a little. I just don't like the taste.
You didn't like this one? No, this one's a green smoothie. I bet you don't like it as
I
well.
don't like that.
All right, the next one is another liquid, so here's a cup. Take a taste first.
Grape juice.
Grape juice, good guess. All right, 2 more. Again, we're gonna try to taste and smell. See if you can do it without smelling first. But pay attention. What is this one?
Pretzel.
Yeah, so this one's crunchy. It was a really big giveaway to you, wasn't it? I saw that you recognized it quickly.
And it's
Because
like
it's crunchy.
it's like a honey type thing.
It's a
Honey wheat.
Mm-hmm. All right, last one. I'm going to take a little bit off the spoon because it had too much on there. Here's your spoon. She's smelling it.
I don't want to eat it.
Oh, what is it?
It's salsa.
Salsa? Do you like salsa? Not really.
By
You don't have to eat it
itself.
if you don't like it.
Not by itself.
Not by itself. Is it spicy? This one's not spicy to you? It's a mild one for sure. All right, so which one was your favorite?
Probably the pretzel.
The pretzel. Yeah, the pretzel is what? Salty and sweet?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's pretty cool how our brain pulls those things together. You can open your eyes now. And our neurons are so connected between what we smell and what we taste. And it's really interesting how that all works. So as you think about trying this in your own home, remember, you don't have to have anything fancy. Just use a variety of different tastes and textures. Make sure that if your child smells the food and they say they don't like it or they don't want to try it, that you let them have a pass on that. And try to get creative, being sure that as you are looking through everything, you've paid attention to any allergies that might be present so that you're not presenting any foods that might be related to an allergy for your child, and paying attention to the connection. Have a discussion with your child about that connection between the neurons that link our smell sense and our taste sense together and where they go in your brain. Thank you for watching.
Not only did those exercises help us slow down and allow our brain to be mindful, they were fun and released feel-good neurotransmitters or feel-good messages. Practicing mindful techniques of any type help us to release calming messages in our body. But when we smell or taste things that are comforting or familiar to us, we can increase those feel-good messages, and they can become better at being passed through our body and to our brain. We can even practice mindful eating though when we're at home just eating a simple meal. Pausing and noticing new flavors and textures in the food you are eating is a way to be mindful in your eating. Or you can practice mindful smelling throughout your day, allowing yourself to stop or to pause and slow down and take in the scents around you is a great way of practicing that mindful pause and being reflective rather than reactive, noticing those things around you that you may have not noticed before. Just like our other mindful exercises, not only are we strengthening our brain when we do them, we're helping our bodies become calm, alert, and ready to learn. So as you go throughout your day and you notice that maybe you are getting a little frustrated with something or a little bit tired of doing work or something at home, or maybe even a little bit silly, you can pause, notice how you're feeling, and use one of your mindful activities to help you get refocused or to help you get back to calm so that you're able to listen to your parents or listen to your siblings and also get back right into work. So go ahead and today try to mindfully eat when you eat your food. Pause and notice those things that you're eating. Notice, can you smell them even when you're eating? Can you taste different flavors that you've never noticed before? Do the textures feel different? Also notice the smells around you. Practice doing that today to see if you can help increase the joy in your brain and also help you get back to calm, alert, and ready to learn. Looking forward to seeing you next time when we talk a little bit more about some neurotransmitters and what else we can do to really help the messages be positive in our brain.